Hi everybody, Tashi here from Pixie Mommy's Reborns. Welcome back, and to everybody new, hello and welcome. You are looking at two beautiful reborn babies, and some of you may recognize these babies that have been with my channel, and if you're new, you may not. So I'm going to introduce them in a minute. If you would like to be subscribed to see all of my dolls and all that, run now and smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when I next upload. So, this little guy was here first, so I will introduce him first. And this is Bear, and he is the Ramsey sculpt by Cassie Brace. He was reborn by one of my favorite artists, who just has such a special place in my heart, which is Tammy Annette of Paper City Dolls. You can find her on Instagram and Facebook. I will put her, oh, and I believe she does have a YouTube channel as well. Yeah, she does. I will put a link to her down below. So he is my little redhead, or one of my little redheads. But look at him. Oh my goodness. He is just so scrumptious. I'm sorry, I'm blocking the light, and it is afternoon light here, so the colors may look a little wonky on them. So there's two things that these babies have in common, and over here is Ruby, or Roo, short for Ruby, and she is the Ava sculpt by Cassie Brace. So they're both Cassie Brace sculpts. That's number one thing they have in common. There's a second thing they have in common. It's not the artist. Little Roo was done by, I hope I'm going to say it right, Natalya Krylova. So she's a Russian artist. Just phenomenal. Oh my gosh, the rooting on this baby. So anyways, so what these two have in common are that they are both SOLE, SOLE, which is short for sold out limited edition sculpts. They're both actually highly sought after sold out sculpts. So that in many collectors, well, not only in many collectors' opinions, but in fact of what the kits go for, or what a finished baby that happens to be a sold out sculpt may go for, price reflects that. So they tend to be more valuable, certainly just because an artist would be potentially buying the kit on the second market. I actually got Bear well after Ramsey was sold out, so I paid a pretty penny just for his kit alone. The Ava kit, last I looked, was going for, I believe, upwards of $250, and that's for just the blank kit, not the finished baby. So yeah, they tend to get expensive. And then of course, even if the doll was made while the edition was still available, once it's sold out, it's a different story. It's like anything else. It's harder to get. And yeah, so that's what these two have in common, and they're two of my Cassie Brace babies. I believe I have 3 Cassie Brace sculpts in my collection right now. My Pip is the other Cassie Brace sculpt, and he is a preemie that I actually reborned myself. And I was just getting babies changed. I wanted to try to get as many of the babies in my collection as I can, dressed for the holidays and photographed, because it's just nice to have up on my gallery on Instagram. I really enjoy the photos. There's always a link in the description below if you would like to see pictures of Bear and Roo and all the babies in my collection. I post quite a lot on Instagram. Look at this skull, whatchamacallit, the sculpting on this. Like, you can see the fontel, I think they call that. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but the Ramsey has like the most amazing skull structure. It's just, and Cassie Brace is known for those chubby cheeks and those very, characteristic faces. Her faces are not like just, they just have a lot of personality to them. And probably why, a lot of her sculpts sell out. Because how could you resist these faces, these cheeks, right? Now, those of you that know me know that I am actually a smaller baby person in general. I have struggled on Roo. I actually had put her up for sale or offered her up for sale in my channel's membership and my Instagram behind the scenes membership. But it was fairly recently, not too long ago. So probably just quite on close to Christmas. And of course, there's, a more limited amount. It's exclusive membership. So no one in there. I had no takers in there. Few collectors that absolutely adore her. But, just you have to be ready. So, I'm so on the fence because I really don't have any girls this size in my collection. I have my preemie silicone baby girl, which I adore, Athena. I really don't have a baby girl this size that I'm like head over heels with to dress in all the cute. By the way, Roo is wearing an adorable Jacadi ensemble here. She's got the white Peter Pan collar, long sleeve bodysuit, and it has a little deer on it on one side, and then on the other side it just has like a little looks like a flower and a couple little dots in silver and this, I guess, rust color. And that's what she has, the corduroy rust or spice color with the big off-white polka dots on it. And it has the little 2-layer ruffle on the suspenders up here. And then she's got the little tights that match, that have the little deer on them. They're all, everything on her is Jacadi, actually. It's just a, matching thing. And then she also has the Jacadi little crib shoes that are in like probably like a maroon. They're patent leather. They have beautiful little scalloping and straps at the top, like a strap across the top, that bar and strap that goes across the top, and a little silver, made to look like a snap, but they actually Velcro. They're cute crib shoes, and they fit. Jacadi makes clothing that fits. So, and she is holding an adorable little Jellycat candy cane. I have a few new Jellycat amusables new in my nursery, which I'm totally copying my dear friend Lee at Mon Ami Lee. She just definitely turned me on to these adorable little jelly cat amusables, and I just fell in love and wanted to get a couple of the Christmas ones here in time for some photos. So I got the star, which Bear over here is snuggling the little star, and I'll tell you about his little ensemble in a minute. And yeah, little Roo is holding on to the candy cane, because the candy cane, it's pretty big. I would say it's probably about, it's not the length of a ruler, it might be 10 inches. It's, it's not a tiny little, they have a little tiny candy cane, but this is the bigger one, and it actually has a little smiley face and feet on the front of it, which just makes it super silly and cute, and I thought it certainly was a great prop for her, kind of goes with her little, just I hate to say, but like dorky face personality. She's got that just like, just that silly little, it's not a smile, but it's a kind of a smile. It's just the cutest, like it's irresistible. It's just, Ava's, the sculpt, the Ava's face is irresistible. And I love her limbs too. I love everything about this sculpt. I want this sculpt in my collection, but I keep seeing boy in her. Now, she was originally made as a boy. And so yeah, the artists, like if you look at the artists, pictures of her, she did her as a boy. And then I had bought her from my friend Kelly Girl. So Kelly had her as a girl. You might remember her as Penny over on Kelly Girl's channel. Well, so she really had me seeing girl, and I so badly wanted a baby girl, to dress and da 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 of this particular size. And I just really, knew I wanted the sculpt. So I went for it, but I'm not like I have this ideal vision of what I want in a baby girl, and I want a more newborn. The Ava's a decent size sculpt. Some people might consider the size still newborn for a bigger baby. I mean, she'd certainly be, I would say, with the head size and everything, like a good, 9-pound baby, but of course she could be, babies are born that size. But to me, she has just more bigger, chubbier features, or just more girth, and I want, see, here's my thing. There's a lot of sculpts I love, but they're sleeping sculpts. I want an open-eyed baby girl. And I just want a more of a newborn size and look, I would say. But I still want the open eyes. So I actually have a sculpt in mind, or technically it would, I would be doing it as a hybrid, because I've become that picky that the sculpt that I really have in mind, the face that I love, I like the limbs of the kit, but I'm not in love with the limbs of the kit. So I'm thinking for myself to make myself a hybrid reborn. I mean, it's for me anyway. So it wouldn't, it would be the head of one sculpt and the limbs of another. And I mean, that's perfectly acceptable to do anyway. Artists do it all the time. And, some kits even are sold as mix and match. I believe a lot of Adri Stoetti's sculpts, or Stotes sculpts, are like have mix and match limbs and stuff like that. So, it's acceptable. um, to do anyway, but it's what I'd like to do for myself. And then I couldn't reborn the baby, like kind of exactly my vision for that sculpt to look girly, as far as like the hairline and the details and all of that. So to me, like this baby was made to be a boy. I lean towards boys. So that's always, everything winds up being a boy to me anyway. I think that Rue makes an adorable little girl. And now when I've got her dressed and, you know, just, I mean, like, I'm like, do I really want to go through with? Because I figured what I would do is after the holidays, or even maybe closer to taxes, whatever, I'd put her back up. Please don't all reach out to me and like, especially because it's, yeah, I'm not really not ready to sell her right now. I'm rethinking things. I'm gonna see after the holidays how things go. My thing too is space. I'm gonna be moving into um the room that I'm making for gonna be making for a nursery. It's small, but at least it's not my living room, and I'll have all my doll things in one place. And I feel overwhelmed. Like I have babies wrapped in my hope chest, dolls that I really love, that I'm attached to, that I'm really not sure I want to let go. But it's like I feel bad because they're not even out. And even if I do find a way or place to I want to display, it they still have to be, protected and dusted. And I'm more of a hands-on collector. It's a struggle because it's like there's so many sculpts I love, so many artists' work I love. But I also really enjoy honing in on just a couple babies as far as shopping and photos and making videos and handling them. This has been an ongoing dilemma for me since the beginning. I found so many babies I fell in love with, I wanted, and I then get myself overwhelmed. Now that I'm reborning myself and have been for, I guess quite a bit over a year now, it's almost like the sky is a limit. Like, sculptors keep coming out with amazing sculpts, and, there's always going to be another and another and another that you want. So it's like you want to be so beyond in love. And now having, other artists' work, I guess. I don't even consider myself an artist, but you all know what I mean. Dolls, painted by others. I want to have it all. I want to feel that connection to the artist. I want to have a reason to have that special baby in my collection. So like Bear over here does it for me. He's by an artist that I absolutely adore. She puts her heart and soul into every baby and loves it uh, uh, on a level that I understand. And it's just amazing. Tommy's babies are absolutely magical. And, yeah, so Bear is a very special baby to me in my collection. So of course he's a keeper. He's a forever baby for me. He's part of my collection, part of my nursery. Um, for a long time, for a couple years, I had babies flying in and out a couple times a week. It was like a revolving door of dolls. It was, I bought and sold a lot. Um Largely on the second market. But between us collectors, they go flying back and forth. You all that buy and sell. Now I've slowed down so much, because I invested in and continue to invest in painting, and reborning myself. And I'm slow moving at it because of my back and time restraints and all that. But, it's still, I'm doing it. So I'm not sure what I want to do because I love Roo, but, um, it's not like I'm keep it go to. I want to like feel a certain way where I'm just like going nuts shopping for, the cutest little girl bits and things I can find and all of that. And I'm just not like, I love Rue and it's like, I want her in my collection, but do I really have the room? Somebody else could be enjoying her. I could, of course, use the money. It just, I don't know. But look at that face. And I also, myself, see boy in her. And I don't want another boy in my collect. I already have enough that of this size baby in boys that I'm very attached to, and I feel like I don't want to change her over to a boy and get super attached. And I'm also now, like I said, that she's dressed, still loving her so much as a girl. So I feel like maybe I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna right now enjoy her, make some videos, think about it, dress her cute, and maybe that spark will happen. Let me know in the comments, like, if it doesn't happen immediately, like, if you love a baby, like, if you get a baby and you're not, like, immediately, like, I know this doll isn't gonna be for me. If you love the doll and you're excited, but it's not that, like, gushing magic, you'll know what I'm talking about. Well, some of you, if you've experienced it, you will. Have any of you found that later could come, or if it's not there immediately, it's never going to be there? In general, I find if it's not there immediately, it's never going to be there. But I feel like it's like, yeah, it is there, but I just have this picture in my head as far as the sculpt for a baby girl, the size, and you don't really truly get the whole feel for the size until you have the baby, obviously. Like, I would say, like, proportion wise, she got very, very heavy head. Well, obviously, I mean, I could take weight out, but she's, Cassie Brace's babies tend to have pretty big heads, which lots of babies do have, pretty big heads. I wouldn't say they're out of proportion by any means, but she's just more known for, the big cheeks and just, bigger heads. And I have in mind just like this dainty look for a girl. But then again, she's so me with like the bright, like, just the lots of personality and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm sure you all feel me. But anyway, so this video was just really to share these two cuties dressed, and I guess to talk about like that ongoing, the struggle is so real. And those of you that have, been in collecting a little bit, will understand. And if you're new to collecting reborns, well, this hobby is like an addiction. So you're going to find out real fast because it really is. It's really hard to keep a cap on it. I give you all credit out there that want only one or two or three, you know, a very, very small amount in your collection because you love having that, you know, kind of almost one baby type thing. And I admire those of you that are able to have the self-restraint, you know, to do so. I am not. I do not have that kind of self-control. And I guess that's what makes me me. So it will probably be an ongoing struggle and a great love of dolls. All right, everyone, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to check me out on Instagram and also check out my channel's exclusive membership. Check out my Instagram's exclusive membership. I am all over the place behind the scenes now, and maybe a little scarce because it's like literally on top of Christmas, but there, and yeah, everything behind the scenes that I do, down to whatever dolls I saw out of my collection, and just all else, my painting, works in progress, like all that, just kind of, and what's going on in my life, it's all behind the scenes. So check it out, and we will see you all next time. God bless.